All right, here with Dan Rawitch. What's up, brother?
Hey, man.
It's good to finally meet you with Rawitch, and we were just kind of talking like, I've followed you for years. I had a 15-year career as an originator, and I mean, always on the mortgage coach community with Dave Savage, and we started to talk. I'm like, no, let's talk about this on recording. Talk about how that's really changed your career and what the opportunities it's brought you.
Yeah, so it was actually 2008, right around the meltdown time.
Wow.
And Dave said, hey, I'm doing this thing, we're releasing Rawitch, would you be the voice? And so I said, yeah, but I didn't expect anything. I didn't want to get paid. They offered once or twice. They gave me a beautiful laptop, Apple. But to me, it was just something I wanted to do for the industry.
Right.
And then years later, I started University of Options, and I just catapulted because of the Rawitch following.
I mean, that's awesome. So I want to talk to you about this because right now, in 2008, LO comp laws hadn't changed. So I would argue in
That's
2008,
right.
you really had to watch the market because it literally would change your paycheck.
Right.
Nowadays, I think it was 2011 when that all changed.
Yeah.
Nowadays, that's not the case.
Right.
So to an originator out there that maybe like, look, I don't pay attention to the market. I make my comp. I'm just going to lock them in as soon as they come in. Why does someone maybe that doesn't pay attention to the market and just kind of like rocks it? Why should someone actually pay attention to the market? What value would it bring to them?
Yeah, so that's an interesting question because you would think the opposite of what I'm going to say. I think a good loan officer should lock his loan the moment that they get it. I really do.
That is surprising.
And that said, well, why are you doing this? Why do you want to sell the same borrower twice, or 3 times or 4 times?
Right.
It's really a waste of energy and time. So what I feel like I'm giving is knowledge, education, things that can make a loan officer smarter, things that put them, at a higher level than maybe their realtors think they are.
Right.
And I think that's made them this big change. People go out there and they know exactly what they're talking about.
Well, and Dave says this a lot, is that the loan officer term should be dead. It should be a mortgage advisor. And
I agree.
if you don't know what rates are based off of, how they change and how they affect your payments, longevity, all of it, your wealth, well, what the heck are you even doing? I mean, you're a loan officer, you're licensed,
I agree.
But how many people don't? I mean,
Most,
it's
probably.
I would
Yeah.
say most as well. So you're talking about SPEC, and I thought that was really interesting. So it's an acronym. It's select it. Go over it.
Yeah. So select it. You got to say what you want. Project it. You got to put your energy out there and make it clear to the world what you're looking for. Expect it. If you don't expect it to happen, you're probably not going to be projecting it very well. And then collect it.
Okay.
Just go get it.
So I think you spent the most time on select it, and I think that's something that I think people are having trouble with that. I think that people are like, look, I've tried all this stuff and it's just not working. And I think even, it was Todd Duncan that said it, if you chase 2 rabbits, you catch none.
Right.
How does someone select it?
Well, I really believe, I'm 65, I'm no spring chicken, but every day I wake up, there's something that I want.
Right.
I can say the esoteric thing, which is actually very true at this point, is build a legacy for my kids and for my grandkids. That really motivates me probably more than anything. But then I decided I want an Audi R8. That's been my dream car. Who says I'm too old to drive that car?
Absolutely.
And so I selected it.
Right.
I haven't collected it yet. that's actually a sales pitch to my wife.
You're right.
We probably could
You got to
do
close
it.
that one.
Probably
right.
could do it now.
Well, how are you going to come in with that knowledge? Like, look, it's V8, twin turbo. This is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Photo bomber.
Photo bombers with everybody. That's all good.
Cut.
Gino coming in. So, okay, what's the name of your company?
University of Options.
So what is someone going to learn at University of Options? What's the value that they're going to get out of it? I guess, why should someone sign up?
Yeah. So there's a few things. Number one, I think, again, as loan officers, we need to have a very deep understanding of the financial markets. I really believe that. That's what you do for a living. You're not
Right.
alone. You're not a loan hack. So it's not just we're going to teach you how to trade options, but that is what we do. You're going to understand what moves the market, why does it move the market, how does stocks, interact with bonds. And then after we've taught you, we actually trade live with our members twice every day.
Wow.
So we literally, I say, okay guys, we're watching the chart, and if this does that, I'm going in, and this is what we're gonna buy.
Wow.
Make sure you have it loaded. We have a senior trader that works with me. He does the morning shift, and he says, load them up.
Wow.
And so for somebody that doesn't have the confidence, to literally follow us into every trade.
I mean,
and we make money every day.
wow.
I know, that's incredible to say.
That really is incredible because I feel like, I mean, here, I was a loan officer for 15 years. I would follow the market. I feel like I know the general gist of it, but truly, I don't know anything about it, you know? So to somebody that wants to step into that type of wealth building, I mean, twice a day you're meeting, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
What's it cost? What does somebody have to do to sign up?
A couple more things real quick because I think they're important.
Give it.
We also, we have 4 live training classes every week. So just to continue to develop your knowledge. Exactly.
I mean, live is, that's crazy. That's kind of, I would say that's unprecedented to teach somebody how to do it live. And then is there Q&A afterwards or anything? Or?
Yeah, so the new member comes in, they do the video, they watch the library. We say, you know, get at least to this point before you do anything else.
Right.
And then keep coming to class whenever you feel like there's a hole in your knowledge, and I'll cover it. Just ask the question.
Super cool.
Yeah, and it's incredible. Oh, and I developed an indicator called Flight Station.
Okay.
It's been like my life's work, honestly. 1,200 lines of code, and it literally says when to get in and when to get out.
Wow.
Of every single trade.
How long have you been doing it for? You mentioned you're 65. No spring chicken.
Hey, that's not nice.
Well, that's what you said.
I know, but it sounded better coming from me.
I'm quoting you.
That sounded like shit coming from you.
Well,
I'm kidding.
But how long have you been doing this for?
So I worked on Wall Street when I graduated college.
Wow.
I worked for Bear Stearns, which at the time was really the dominant force. Them and Goldman Sachs.
Wow.
And that job as a trader first, you know, moved billions of dollars in bonds, which in the 80s was a big number.
Wow.
And that actually led to starting the conduit for Bear Stearns. That's when we started buying mortgages from others.
Wow.
Yeah, and that really solidified my mortgage
Bro,
job.
that's 40 years of experience. I mean, truly, like, I was going to ask you here, how much does this cost? I would say, how much does it cost not to sign up?
Yeah.
I mean, truly, because if you're making money every day, I mean, I have to imagine, like, the cost to join is offset by how much money you're making in games.
It really is. We have members that make back their fee in the first month.
Wow.
We don't want necessarily that to happen. My biggest saying, and everybody will tell you in our group, is slow is fast. You have to go slow at first, start paper trading, then start trading with 1 contract, options traded contracts, and don't go to 2 until you have enough money. So our members are always playing with the house's money. And now we have members that trade like 200 contracts, which is a really, really big deal.
So how is it not gambling? I mean, I know I kind of know the answer, but like, I mean, if you think about it, you're playing with stocks and bonds. Here we are in Las Vegas. Everybody's gambling. How is it not gambling?
Yeah, I mean, that's not an uncommon question. It can feel like that if you don't have the knowledge. But when you really understand things like dark pools are watching what the biggest of the biggest guys are doing. They're so big that their trades don't show up on a normal screen. They show up somewhere else.
Wow.
And we watch those dark pools come across, and we don't necessarily know if the big guy was buying or selling, but we know he just put $1 billion into this stock.
Wow.
And knowing that is really powerful.
Yeah, that's...
And then by watching the results after that dark pool trades, you quickly know what direction they're going in.
Wow.
They want to get themselves in before the little guy follows, and then they'll sprinkle crumbs so the little guys will help push up their positions.
Dude, that's excellent. All right, Dan Rawitch, everybody. Dude, that was excellent.
Thank you so much.